Through the door they'd just used came same the new charger as before. Rhea and Jack began to rise, eyes bulging, reaching toward the new charger, saying, You, why did you send us here? Who are you? I'm going to mess you up, Anno," cried Jack, gripping Jack's sleeve hard up. The seam could be heard dripping. Sit back down, Justa. Why?" yelled Jack, after falling back in the seat. This thing is why we're here. Let me go, let me go." The new charger raised a hand, snapping at them in a razor-sharp voice, which froze them. "Calm down. Don't be stupid. You are needed here. You are needed here to become the leaders of Thuzia. Ghost things out there in those bleachers. If you go out there all pissed off like you are now, they'll simply rise up and combine, and go down and engulf you, and you won't survive. So just sit, go and listen. Those things out there are dead people, spirits, actually, and they're lost without a leader to give them purpose and tell them what to do as a group. If they don't have that, they'll just get more pissed than they already are, okay? And then, without leadership, they'll start to wander apart and operate as individuals, and pissed off individuals as well. And hold it, what are they so pissed off about? That they're dead. They all died together at the same time, because somebody did something really stupid, and so that has them pissed to begin with. Okay, yeah. But that no, let me finish. So they're pissed to begin with, but then when the group drifts apart and each one's all alone, they'll be pissed at that too, and then will be so angry that they'll go down to the surface and rampage. And I don't think you want to know the details, but basically it will be the thing that finally destroys the entire human race. Okay, but why us? Because you seems to be the only characters in this story who, number 1, actually get anything done, and 2, seem to never give up. I mean, hey you, Jack, even when you got killed in the machinery at the telephone pole plant, you found some way nobody understands, to shake that off and keep on living, and in the process, managed to generate Jack Fury, and nobody gets how the hell that happened. Why no, I mean, and at this point the new charger was almost beside himself with excitement, ending in a fever pitch with I mean, this whole thing has to be some make-believe story in a book. But no, it is all goddamn real. This whole thing finally had Jack and Jack pushed back hard in their chairs, as the words of the new charger had blown a steadily strengthening gale over them, and they wanted to do this job now. They'd been converted and they wanted to do it. They leapt up. "Okay, let's go," snarled Jack. "Let us at AM. Step aside from the door." "Yes, yeah," echoed Jocka. "Step aside. We got to go lead them about to but," said the other. "Where do we lead them to?" Okay, and they both turned to the new charger. "Okay," said the charger, pulling a fat spiral-bound notebook from someplace in their robe. "Sit down. Let's go over this, okay? I got a plan." "Okay, fine, but make it snappy. What is this goddamned plan? And make it quick. Come on, let's do it quicker. My doper boy, give me my basket and make it quick, and my basket and make it quick, my basket. Where stand my..." So it just once, and so it just once, and so it just one single slight press of the gas, slight press of the gas, slight press of the gas. "My doper boy, give me my basket and make it quick, and slight press of the G-forces. My basket, make it quick, and then make it quick. The G-forces come on my basket, slight press of the G-forces. Stand my doper boy, house where stand my doper boy, give me my basket, my y bazy catty my y basket my big fat blonde basket. My basket, where is my goddamn basket? Why are you so concerned? Slow equals, so it just one single slight press of the gas. Once more there's the Datavian and the astounded researcher, standing at the edge of the only feature beside themselves, and the researchers loudly idling faithful rusted-out stolen Buick Centurion behind them. Some sort of colorless, odorless vapors looking like steam rose from the chasm the Datavian had just scrambled up from, which was the very same chasm the researcher had kicked the Datavian over the edge into, thinking the instant after the gee whiz. Here I am a murderer, that made the freezing water bubbly erupt into the core of the researcher, which makes for the hardest freeze flow from the inside out like, nope, we are not worthy to waste time down that road, senor, nice hat, nice hat, nice hat, nice hat, nice hat, nice. SS all bubbling out freezy HAAAAAAAAAT, freezy out T freezy UFREXTXYEXY realizing their mind was taking them away, only most due to their extreme state of tiredness. It seems like things may be looking up for me. First, me got the car back, see? Hear it run, hear it behind me. No, how do you know it is there until you turn to see it? Shut up my head, I want to scream. Do I just scream? Who the hell knows? What's the point of thinking you know it? After all, how can you prove you screamed? I can ask the Datavian right there beside you. No, I cannot do that. Why not? Because I spent so long thinking I had killed them, and now it really does seem way too good to possibly be true that they just crawled up from this cavern here. Goo. What cavern? This cavern? Hey, this one. Taps to tip to the edge of the chasm, just misidentified as cavern. But, no, I cannot look back on fissures and rifts of that nature. Hey, may spear my life in the very heart of it. Too good to possibly be true that they are not dead, that I have not killed. No, too good to possibly be true. I am afraid it is not true. That rather my mind played a trick on me just about 371 words or so ago, and formed a life from the loose dirt below which looked like the Datavian. I am afraid if I turn and look it will yes be the light I expected it to be. I am afraid I do not know. I mean, it's better that before and that there is a chance I'm not a murderer, but to know I must look and will be blasted down lower than ever before. Drip drop, there seems to be a leak up here. If I see it's a lie, I don't know what I don't know what else to say. I am no, I am no, I just look cut the problem loose to plunge down some raging rapid, away, and, you will know, will you not? Will you? No, I cannot risk losing hope. I know what it is to have no hope. Then praise is all praise. Humanity middle, I was given hope, and God. I thought it was gone forever, but here it is now. I cannot lose, and if I do not see the truth I will lose it again, and that cannot be so. How / really want to know how. Here's how equals, drip drop, there seems to be a leak up here, / how no the researcher's mind, so tired did no longer needed wanted to know the truth, you know, pals, because, so there seems to be a voice saying, something. There. No, there ought to be a voice saying something. No, there can't be a no, that is wrong. So very, what the hell I said. You can remember that, then report quickly to the Nexus Spar emergency room to evacuate Zaman. Okay, yas okay, yasa ho okay, ho okay, okay? Zero plop. Okay now drop the silly, let's script the ALL's OA is ASH. The researcher, having known for sure they'd murdered the Datavian, felt reality slipping, as they'd just now glimpsed evidence that, maybe they had not. Out of the stark, they grasped for a straw, and bumped an unexpected tall dripply green painted table to the side, which began to fall. So, the researcher's arm shot out reflexively, hand gripping the single leg of the Totori table, and then, even though the table did stabilize, a bowl kept on teetering roll flexor really, according to the waxes and wanes of the equidodistical gray ventricular pull, so the researcher's other hand shot up, stabilizing the bowl, P-banana O banana R banana K, and then, most dismayingly, what had to be, the Datavian, who might have been dead, but may not be now, piped up with, hey, let me help you no. Slapped out the researcher's mouth / reason being, okay, how many times did they need to experience a rising of their heart, only to be dashed splat hard down into some mud, or worse / so, the researcher pushed and pushed, smothered over that false voice. We won't hear it, no matter how loud it gets, even as the voice said, hey look here, here's someone to see, and, sensing the bowl once more arc and rolled fast final shatter, stabilized it for once and for all, and beheld, here's be a bold fool oi pills, yes pills, and all at once a pills sanka a lopo pills exploded over top a tento into their hand and down to trap mouth zonk so, bleeding hard, not, they downed knack ones first awful so many, and, this slit a tall escape door cracked open, with bright light behind, an initial 8 inches to the front left, told the researcher, as from the right rear cried that voice that can't be, crying wait, here's a way out of here, right here I am, look I'm not no +1 so underscore a new lapo pills exploded over top a tento into their hand and down to trap mouth zonk so, bleeding hard, not, they downed knack one's first awful so many, and, this slit the tall escape door, with bright light behind, another 8 inches to the front left, told the researcher, as from the right rear cried that voice that can't be, crying you have not killed, to look you have not no +1 so underscore final lapo pills exploded over top a tento into their hand and down to trap mouth zonk so, bleeding hard, not, they downed knack one's first awful so many, and, this slit the tall escape door, with bright light behind, a final 8 inches to the front left, told the researcher, as from the right rear cried that voice that can't be, crying you have not killed, oh look you have not no +1 so wow, exactly the bash size wanted slipped through their hole so that'd and now thank the praise of the god the researcher, by God, yes, Carmen Basilio, they can get away, as out back behind that voice lied no back here come back here I am, to where we won't have to know what we don't want to know, that voice goes on lying no back here come back, into the land of eternal hope the dry air dust pass out, pork, air's eternal hope yes head do lettuce yes no, as out back behind, Carmen Basilio, no and so no back here the researcher, come, once more totally alone, and totally exhausted, stumbled mindlessly across the swirling dust powder, until the freedom, out if the trap of truth's perfect knowledge, which everybody wants, but none really want, singular, or plural or at all, party, your pick, pork, head do lettuce, party, 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 spit, wonderful, so th Jen and John. DOS J and J, DOS equals / came to Marjorie's Listiquinisco updated highway where these truths lie / emia prophylact / cliff calm down. This into brain science, my word, Hector I think the gods have spoken. So, cliff like fat broilers ripped through some speckle on shredder, deep in a valley, so they did get out from under the fire cloud, hauling their box top game all down underarmed. Which ones who's got it say oh matters not matters no, and, ran fast searching for somewhere to safely hunker down and think on further around how to refine, if possible, this use odd time travel they felt they'd got an edge under, to maybe reverse the decline of the planet. Wow, what a pipe dream, Mustafa Main. Goddamn, yelled the one slightly letting my god, made me trip, I nearly fell, I mean, Goda I was going to say who the hell put that there, that equals the stumbling block nearly tripped over, but that question, if a good question, one out have to be asked by us ones off ASS long time brand BRN by whomsoever bought that damn thing whatever it was ween ago, I mean, I know they sat one that log all three of them for as long as we can either remember. But, hey, Bud Hefner, Bud Hefner the barber / and so airs Nandip Mortmansmputter and story bomb / and so, you see pay some damned him attention you may learn something, J, which one's not important, he was getting a haircut from Bud Hefner in Buzz Curly style, hoped as damned loved those toogies, those damned down silly toogies. And it was maybe 33% tubes. Sorry, no, wait, yes wait, here are the following complaints against you. That number up there should have been written this way equals 33%. See now the meaning's very clear but you know really got to get to the bottom of this. Did you deliberately separate the 33 from the percent and thereby deprive both items of all meaningful identity? Did you deliberately manipulate that text to distract the reader's attention, and waste as much as possible of the reader's time? If so, did you do this to prevent the reader from proceeding on and reading something whose content would point back to you and your secret history of even more terrible crimes? Never mind, sorry, back to the intended agenda, whatever that is. Dear God, shut up already, okay? Okay, done. So, but report back to here at the end of your story to be taken for further investigation and possible punishment for that 33% infraction, which is the name under which this case will be docketed, okay? Yes, so proceed on your own recognizance. Thank you, Judge. So, anyway, that percentage of the Bud Hefner haircut only got done when, dear God no, a big far-off horn shot blared all super loud, and Bud Hefner ran off to do some kinds of violent Valyrian firefighting, of which AE also happened to be the chief. Oh, whap, and so AE sat there, nearly half done in the chair only, and, whap, the unknown blank cipher cutter over next chair said, well, kid, I will finish you. But no, Bud Hefner is my barber. I will have no barber but Bud. Okay, okie doke. And, so, AE sat hour, after hour, / as Bud Hefner plus Force fought a fire to the finish elsewhere, / ones and others came, went and came, went and came and came and came and went to hour after hour until here came back Bud Hefner stenching of smoke plus sweat plus silly, and, when AE saw, he flung up, and flipped down, flung down his hat hard as humanly possible. And what happened then, J? Really don't know, won't know, don't wanna know, no don't, then DK, SE foreign boo / so anyway I do not think I can say I have ever been or sides this spot off the neighborhood. Can you? Hey there, wake up, come on, wake up, and at that voice a broken bar. Somehow, no most probably not, but Jan and John's eyes seemed to begin to open a different. So that's the whole story, not much. Hey law pupil light seemed to play around the edges of their LIDS. Okay Judge, I'm done here I am, they realized, finally. Yes, they were waking out of sleep, so shocked they had let themselves fall so off guard in this so very dangerous time. They do what you will with me, I am all yours, sat ramrod straight to find themselves confronted by a thinly clad mistress of relative height, standing on the same unexpectedly solid floor but about 5 feet before the spot on which the wide-awake two found themselves set in extensively chipped grey steel Catholic grammar school cafeteria-style badly dinged-up battered folding chairs, and at that very instant they hear words coming from this mistress, but not like the kind of words expected when one sits down before someone before a conversation. I have been keeping tabs on you since that day. Which conversation? Will that start from scratch then? Had they? We were lucky enough for you to fall safe into our hands with some opening niceties like, well, hello. I bet you wonder why you're here, or, to fall safe into our hands as you fell away blown down, say, I've not been outside yet, today is raining, I have forgotten my umbrella, and dearly hope the answer is no, blown down when the planets collided, and ever since, or, I've got some soft drinks and light snacks coming, cause I think this will be a long session, and ever since that day, we have been watching you both and will probably need to refuel periodically, or, hey, hi, so good to see you. Here we are at last watching you both, and you need to know that on that day, dozens once you're settled, we'll get started, or, wait, I was expecting 2 more to join us, oh, well dozens of others were saved from death by falling into our hands that day. They're probably only going to be a few minutes late. Yes, silly me, that clock seems to be a few minutes slow. Yes, dozens and dozens set, and I have been keeping track of all. It seems you two are just a bit early. Say, while we wait, let's go around the room and share a little bit about ourselves. Yes, dozens and dozens set, and I have been keeping track of all without exception. That's the background of why you are here today, and what are you intending to learn? I did save dozens. Buddha, you are the first to be called back here. I know your kind's hungry for knowledge. You called back. Hedo lettuce. Here, maybe you want to know why you're here with me, but please also be open to the fact that the others here are looking to learn as much as possible. Maybe you wonder why I'm boring you to shitless with all this blather. From you, too, okay, or, maybe you're wondering on something else entirely. Now I have given you a lot of data. Now, you need to give me an equal amount of data. That is the only way the reason for you being here today will be brought to fruition. We must toss the data back and forth so that it fluffs out and mounts up higher than high heaven. Okay, so, let's see which only okay am I you. That, then the jagged finger prick taped Jen in the chest and seemingly woke them up. But seemingly only you will see they were awake but just reacted as just woke up. Hey, copyright. Bang, oh hold it Messerschmitts, isn't this game great? Great fun? Yes, it's fun. But wait, yeah okay there. See what happens when you're sleeping? What? No. Yeah, I wasn't. Yes you were. Yes you were sleeping. But why did we have to meet up in a mausoleum? No, I was not. Yeah, none of what you were saying makes any sense anyway. Come on, say it plain. Who the hell are you, Jan? No, calm down now. No, I will not get off of me. And Jan spun off their chair and knocked a flailing hard-fisted rock-angry arm out the side, accidentally smashing across John's face, causing John to twist away, clutching their face. No, cried Jan, instantly falling down through the now dissolving to nothing dead cloud of anger. It sucked them up and it made them do what happened and now let them fall back to the level where they dropped back into what they'd just triggered themselves doing, rising and stooping and asking, "Poor John, my God, John, I am sorry, are you okay? Here, turn around, let me see ya. And John turned, holding the side of his face, his eyes blank, his cheeks flushed, and said, at first shaky and weak, "My God, what the hell? I never seen you so goddamn mad before. What the hell's wrong with you? What the hell what?" And John went on, but the 10-foot thick solid steel gate had risen back behind Jen's face, stopping it. Yes, as there sounded from down in th.